Hello, and welcome to We Hate Skill Windows, a podcast about reviewing webtoons and webcomics and manhwa and the like. I am Rai. I'm the
I'm
big mech
Chris.
thingy, and that's Chris, cosplaying as Frosh. Today we are reviewing I'm the Fated Villain. Now, the first question to ask there is, how does this compare to the Immortal Emperor Luobuji?
Uh,
Did you like it more?
I didn't like it as much actually.
Wait, but it's even more bullshit. In this one, the MC literally can't lose. He doesn't even like pretend he's losing.
It
Actually, he does
wasn't
sort of
that
pretend he's
Luigi
losing.
was really powerful. Like in most of these power fantasies, I don't expect anything really. I don't know. It's more like Luigi's personality was just very sincere, I guess, in
Sin,
that he in that he treated people like instantaneously to how they treated him. Like as soon as they did something bad to him, it was like instant karma.
true. But
Uh,
this one,
um,
the MC has like a reason to not do that technically. Because the more
yeah,
he
he's more
influences someone's like
conniving.
karma value, the more something happens.
Yeah, he's much more deceiving. He's much more all about that system
He plays into
points.
the villain role a lot more than Luigi, who's still technically like a hero, technically, you know?
Is he a hero? Uh,
He, uh,
huh?
I, he's a character. Uh, Couldn't say he's a good person. Yeah,
Uh,
he protects the people he protects, and everyone else he says fuck you and he lays you to waste on the street. To give a brief
um,
overview of what this one is about for people who are not familiar, I'm the Fated Villain. It follows the story of God. I'm not gonna try to pronounce his name. I'm gonna butcher the fuck out of it. It's like Gu Chen some. I I don't want to try right now. But anyhow, he was it stated? I keep forgetting because I every time I read this thing, my brain just shuts off during a lot of the dialogue that he talks about. Uh, was he reincarnated here, or was he just like? I think he just says like I a regressor, yeah? I
he
don't
said
know.
he's a transgressor, so I don't
Transgressor.
know.
So maybe he was like isekai'd over, but it's not like explained well. In fact, it's not explained at all.
I
Yeah.
feel like the author
Uh,
changes it slightly in the like later on because it's
it
it
seems like he
seems
got transported into a fantasy world as the villain is what it feels like to me because he talks about stuff like in later when they're talking about like how had already lived a life previous to this one that was different where he fucked over more people. um they talk about how this new MC is like different from the one that they remember,
yeah.
but it's not
So
explained how the fuck that is come to be. uh
and interestingly, in the beginning, it seems like he had future knowledge, like he knew what the actual MC was going
He did,
to
which is
do.
why I thought he had knowledge of the thing because he read like a book and he got isekai in there. But I think
That's
I'm
what
wrong.
I don't know either
I'm
because he
gonna,
doesn't mention the book anywhere,
yeah,
but
I
he
briefly touched
doesn't
upon
know
this at
his.
the end of the last one too. Like, the only bit you get from this is in the first chapter, he says, let me find it. In the first chapter, there is a smidgen of context that says, I, a transgressor, found that my character, in quotation marks, was involved in an inexplicable situation from the moment I awoke. I awoke. So he either got isekai'd into the body of this person in a fantasy world, or
Yeah.
he. What the fuck does he mean a transgressor though?
What? That's what I'm thinking. because he knows something about the world somehow.
He does.
But
He knows who people are. He knows like almost instinctively what he needs to do. Like in the part where he's like reclaiming the demonic trident or whatever, the spear. He
yeah,
like
and he
I
knows how
know
to
what that
cultivate
is.
and
I
crap.
know. Oh yeah, true. I mean, he might just be a Chinese transgressor. We don't know that.
I don't think anyone in China knows how to
What,
cultivate.
what do you mean? You weren't born with an innate ability to cultivate? You didn't like come out of the womb going like, ah, yes, mother, I have
Phoenix
learned dutifully how to absorb the phoenix chakra into my chi meridians.
Dantian.
Dantian. And by circulating the chi around my 7 points of mana elemental proficiency, I have raised my violet dusk release to azure blue. Yeah, I don't know.
Sometimes he refers to his past self as himself, which is the most confusing part, honestly. Because I think
Wait,
he means
did
like
he actually? Is it just that simple? Did he jump back in time as uh fuck what I really don't think I can pronounce this name right. How do you pronounce his name? Gu Changge? I'm assuming?
yeah.
Whatever, Gu.
See, the problem is in the later chapters, it seems like he's just a regressor.
In the
But
later chapters it feels like he's just a regressor because he starts talking in character. But in the
but
first bit, he actually talks as if he's never
he's
actually
like never
interacted
seen this
with the
person in
world.
his life. He
He's
has no
talking
idea
in
who's
like a
anyone around
third
him.
person format because he'll talk about how like oh the main character he has that like lady spirit that's helping him. I know she's there because of this will happen in the future. Like he
Yeah.
yeah, okay, so the synopsis that I never explained. He's like I don't know. He's some guy who knows something about the world, but it's not explained at all. He
Yeah.
reincarnates or whatever, moves into the body of this guy, Gu Changge, and then uh, he's like a minor villain in the main story. Originally, he's supposed to be like a minor villain for the main character to step over, but he decides to become the most BS villain. Uh, and he has the ability to control like a karma system uh, that so that somehow
It's
allows him to like brainwash people slowly through
you can do all random things with it. Yeah.
uh, yeah, and then also he's like in the heavenly god immortal realm uh, despite being on
It's
earth and apparently has the power of like too much. I I
it's
don't
so
really understand.
inconsistent.
Yeah, there's no
Because
great story to this.
in the beginning, it
Uh,
feels like he should have died. Like I thought, like in the original
he
plot
should
line,
have.
he would have
Apparently, he should
the
have gotten
main
fucked by the
character
main
should have just
character.
offed him.
Main character should have
But then,
challenged him to the fight, and he should have like died or something. Yeah,
but in the upper realms,
but then
his
he beats
wife
his
has
ass
like memories of him and her in the
from a
upper realm, and I was
previous
like,
world. Yeah,
yeah, and I'm
where
just
he
like, what do you
apparently betrayed
mean?
her and left her to die and like killed off a bunch of people that she cared
And
about.
I'm just like, so he lived after that one scene in his previous life? I guess. And I'm just like,
I
where's the
I can't
consistency?
I can't
What is
tell.
happening with this story? What even is a transgressor? Like, it sounds like he was just some
So
random person reincarnated into this guy,
so
but it was in the
based
past.
on so okay so this is knowledge based off of what I know from Trash of the Count's family, which granted is not the Bible for this stuff, but in Trash of the Count's family, they talk about the different types of like characters, right? And
Yeah,
Kale, if you remember, Kale Hensu is the main character. He's like a, I think he would be called a transgressor by this terminology, yeah, because he's someone who
yeah. Came
went
from the book
into a
or
book
he wrote.
essentially Uh,
Yeah.
Choi, what's his name? Choi Kim or whatever? I forgot his name. It's the
Yeah, something
swordsman.
like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Choi Han? Choi? I don't fucking know. I think that it's been a while since I read it. Anyhow, the black-haired swordsman. He's a regressor, I think. Okay,
Is
I
he?
might be wrong about this actually. Hold on.
I don't
Choi
think he's a
Han.
regressor, right?
Wait, wait. Am I just dumb? They talk about it, but it's like
I thought he just came from the mountains and he like learned how to
he
get
didn't.
strong.
Uh, shoot. This is like super spoilers by the way. Uh, how do I say it? Um, he, so Choi, it's weird. Choi Han is also a regressor. He's a
Oh.
trans immigrator. My bad. So
Oh, because he also came from Korea. Yeah, I
yeah, he
remember
came
now.
from
Yeah.
Korea, but he didn't come from the same Korea as Kale's Korea because Kale's Korea is set like X amount of years in the future to Choi Han's normal Korea.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, hold on. They're both transgressors, trans immigrators. Yeah, Kale was original Kim Raksu. There's like a thing. There's a weird thing where I don't know. They talk about it, uh, like super down the line. Uh, but Kale's mom's family, like super down the line in Treasure the Count's family, reveals a bunch of stuff about how people hunt down transimmigrators and regressors in like different fashions, and one of them can only die once. I don't know. It doesn't actually matter for I'm the Fate of Villain. I think this is just shitty translation, honestly.
Yeah.
I would not
It's so confusing.
I would not place too much importance on that. Um, I don't know. Is there anything you found like terribly redeeming about this one before we go and like shit on its ratings?
Uh, I mean,
'Cause
got good
like,
art.
is it funny?
Is it
It's not
funny?
really funny.
Not that funny,
It's
no.
like just like fuck you, you know? Fuck you, the webcomic.
Yeah.
Immortal
Like,
Emperor Luobuji was like that in a way. He was also just like, yeah, fuck you. You bumped into me, your family's gonna explode now. But he does
it
that only
was,
retaliation wise. This main
yeah,
character does not give a fuck. He will kill you if you did anything because he wants to.
yeah.
But uh, but also like what the it doesn't explain how like right? You saw like his relationship with the fox lady?
Yeah, who is
Does
she?
how does
Where
that
did she
explain
come from?
anything? How did he already know she was on his side when he had never interacted with her in his lifetime because he was meant to die?
It seems like he has
He
memories
has memories of the past
uh, that
and
he
of the future,
transgressed into. Yeah,
but it's not the
it
same
seems
world because his
it's
fiance
so
also has
weird.
memories of the past him future, but
Yeah,
realizes that
but
he's
she
not
has.
acting the same, but they weren't the same people in the past same future. They-
It's just so weird. I think he must not have died. He must have just gotten beat up or something, and he's made it back to the upper realms, I
Maybe.
guess.
But then he
But
must
it's
have died at some point for them to all regress, yeah? Maybe?
she died at some point
She
by
died at some
from him
point.
killing. Yeah.
Did he?
Uh,
I don't
We
know.
don't know. We don't
So,
know anything about him.
so like the fiance character that I don't want to bother finding her name. You'll find out. She's very clear coded as, hey, this is fiance. She's important. Uh, she constantly like has flashbacks to when Gu Changge was like not himself when he was like tying her up and betraying her, you
Yeah.
know? And
Yeah.
it's like it, I I don't know what's happening. This might have less story than Super Evolution. I couldn't tell you. Um, because like so like when we start, right? He's he's a member of this like Sacred Land Alliance, but
Yeah.
this is like on Earth. Then later on, he goes into the heaven realms or the heavenly realms, where there is more separation of power, and where he reveals he was originally from here and already had powers from here, but were like was like gimping himself or like handicapping himself to
He was like
blend in with the
controlled.
humans. Wait, what?
I don't. I think he was like when he went to the lower realms, he was just trying to find something temporarily, and then he's gonna go back immediately. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. He had like a guardian with him,
Yeah,
and the guardian is like a myth on Earth, but
yeah.
that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. They just say big words all the time. None of it fucking matters.
He just kind of does things that he thinks is cool and neat to try and farm karma.
To farm karma, but he only cares about the main characters. At first, it seems like he knows who the main characters are, yeah? But like towards the middle, he starts to be like, "Oh, you're a main character? Cool, I'll farm your karma." As if he like no longer knows.
Yeah,
It's
he's
inconsistent. It's inconsistent. We don't really know what the fuck's going on half the time. He has a skill window system. The skill window system
it's.
is
I
particularly
hate it
BS.
so much.
We can finally have one where we
I
talk about how much you hate the skill window.
Oh my god, I hate
You
how
wanna
he just
you wanna elaborate on
freaking
that?
uses. Okay, first of all, why does this going to have two different types of currency? And then it turns out that the second currency is just pointless. It's just the first currency, but at different ratios.
It's like a mobile game.
I that was very disappointing to learn. I was not gonna lie. I was like, wait. So this fortune,
Fortune and
he's the
fate,
second
right?
currency. Yeah,
Or
yeah, the fortune currency for the longest time was like this black color, and he thought that meant like the world hated him, even though his fortune was like getting higher than some of the earlier main characters. And so, and then later the shop was like, you can exchange the fortune for the fate points. And then we were like, what? So what's the point? What? Why? Why is the fortune just the fate points?
I
Uh,
actually don't remember. Yeah, he can like
it makes
siphon
me so
fortune,
mad.
right? From
Yeah, he
people?
siphons fortune from people. And I thought that meant he was accruing good luck this
I
entire
thought so
time.
too.
Or
I
like,
thought like fortune affected how like important you would be or something.
and then he later on he turns 1,000 fortune into like 10,000 fate points and buys something. And I'm like, you're freaking kidding me. This fortune's just a freaking different version of the fate points. I was so angry. I was like visibly like that did not just happen. This entire time. This story. Oh, that was when I was like, I hate the skill window. I this I mean, I hated it like how the skill window just does like the entire story for him. Like every time anything happens, he was like, go mess with the MC. And then he's like, oh, got it. But also just the fact that they had two currencies. And then one of them was just the first currency. Oh my god, it made me so angry.
Yeah, no, wait. I see that too. Fortune and fate, they're ch- different color values. What? I have already forgotten. Like towards the well, where we're at, like chapter 60-ish, uh, around like 40, chapter 40 or so, they stopped talking about the skill window. He like just beats people up, I'm pretty sure. Because at
Yeah.
that point he's just like something. I I'll, I'll get into the conflict with his sister later. I don't understand that part. Maybe you like understand a bit more about that. But for the skill window bit, he early on he kept getting these like world seeds. Did we ever get an
Yeah.
explanation on what the fuck that did? Didn't he like put them
Eventually,
together? But I don't remember what
yeah.
happened after he put them together. It's been a second.
So he never interacts with ever again, but
Okay, cool.
inside his heart
Wonderful.
he created his own like god world where he's the god. He can do anything he wants inside it. But we never go back to it. Yeah, I
Cool.
don't even
Okay.
know what the freaking point
I,
of it was.
I feel like I remember him like piecing it together, and then I was like, I don't remember anything else after that.
Yeah, he basically goes god mode inside his world, seed world, and it's just nothing happened. We never see it again.
Cool, cool. Very
Right.
nice. Very good. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, there's like random characters in this that are also regressors or maybe even transgressors
Yeah, there are other people who are
from like
regressors and trans.
other timelines that somehow inhabit people's minds.
Yeah, and they're
This
the other
it's
main
a fucking mess.
characters.
Yeah, all the main characters are like regressors or transgressors or regressors or trend regressors. I don't. They,
Yeah, it's so
hard to explain,
crazy.
huh? Like in chapter like 10, we're introduced to a character. I fucking forgot his name already. He's like the soul-crushing emperor or some shit. It doesn't matter. He's a shit-eating emperor, really, is what he is. Because he fucking eats shit. He like apparently has like mastery over demonic techniques, but he didn't know is that Gu Changge has more mastery over demonic techniques.
Oh,
And so I think this all comes from the fact that every other main character, besides the fiance, they are also human, right? They're not from the heavenly realm. But because Gu Changge is from the heavenly realm, he has more power uh, compared to the people in the human realm because his cultivation level is higher
yeah.
in a way,
And,
if
and then
that
he
even made
ascends
any
back to the
sense.
upper realm. Yeah, it
Yeah, to
does.
like cause chaos up there for some reason. And I don't think we've descended from the heavenly realm in a while.
No, we've just been stuck there, and he's like the heir to like
Yeah, he's the heir
the
to one of the
Taoist
major
palace.
families. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's talk about the sister bit for a while here. So he has a sister. Uh,
Apparently, he wronged
what's the
her.
so from what I could understand, his sister had something like a heavenly body or something,
Yeah,
and
she had
he
the
has like
best bones
a
ever.
cursed body. So he took one of her arm bones and implanted it into himself.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
I, it it doesn't make that much sense to me because it's like, wait, he did that how?
We
She
don't
hates
we
him
don't
for it,
question it.
and then now she has a whole new arm because she went to study under some old fucker dragon man, and he gave her like a
Peach
new
Blossom
body.
Village. Yeah, I guess.
It, and all of a sudden, he's being nice to her and giving her head pats, and she's like, maybe I was wrong about him. What? This is not how people work. This has to be like someone who read like a game world and became part of the game, right? That has to be. You don't. These people are acting like NPCs. Like that's the whole point, right? This can't be real life. He's got a game system for fuck's sake. It can't
He
be a
does.
real fantasy world. I,
I think that's what they're trying to make it out to be.
unless they're going by the uniqueness of this is a fantasy world where the main character.
We don't
I hate
question the
those.
premise. It's really confusing.
I want to point out I hate those. I hate the ones where it's you, you know like oh you know what? Fuck it. We'll go and trash on this shit. I don't like how Overlord has the skill windows with Heinzo Gown. I he still has access to like his cash shop. What the fuck? He he's not part of the game anymore. The game has become reality. I don't know. That or like any other one where, the main character he gets like isekai'd into the game world and only him has access to like the windows, but no one else does.
Yeah.
Or like he returns to the real world, but he still has the windows and it's like, huh? Like, at the very least, solo leveling got rid of him at some point. They were like, yeah, you know what?
The
He
windows
doesn't
are
need him
bad.
anymore. It was a limiter. But this one doesn't. This one just says, uh, he has skill windows. They don't really matter. No one else can see him. He has access to a shop for some reason.
Yeah, the shop is like one of his weird power fantasy skills, I guess. I don't know.
But
It's
also
I kind of
like
hate it.
he doesn't really need it because he's just fucking bullshit. Later
Yeah,
on,
he's
you'll
just
see
really
him
OP.
like kill off the demonic emperor curse man by absorbing his technique. When he absorbs his
Yeah.
technique, he gains a pill that increases his lifespan. What the fuck? How was that ever introduced or talked about? It, plot twist. It wasn't. It's just pure BS. So, like, in terms of, Immortal Emperor Luigi, it sort of makes sense. Sort of. There's like, no, I wouldn't say that. I was gonna say there's like an established power level. There isn't a system. Uh, Not really. It's still bullshit. Because I am now remembering like, oh yeah, inside the game there's these different ranks, and if you absorb this thing, you can get something else. Uh, and he's like in the middle of learning like level 4 flame release or some shit. Uh, but this one, I wish I could find the panel where they talk about their like power levels because it makes even less sense as you get closer to that. It's like
Yeah, it's like
uh, how
Supreme Marshal, it's Quasi God.
yeah,
I was
you're
skipping a lot of stuff. Martial
hold on,
God.
let me try to
Uh,
find it somewhere.
it's pretty funny. I remember seeing that. I'm like, yeah, that's the funny part of all these Chinese manhwas. They have these like crazy ranking systems.
Right? Oh yeah,
It's
there
pretty
we go.
fun.
There we go. Hold on. First chapter. So the cultivation levels are Mortal Body, Spiritual Sea, Soul Palace, Transcendent, Omnipotent, Sacred Lord, Sacred Emperor, Sacred Sovereign, and Quasi God. But you go
And then
to
you,
Quasi God and you go past that, and then there's like stuff like True Immortal God and like Deity God or something. They they
yeah,
don't bother. Whatever you need to know is just Gu Changa is OP fucking OP. He's transcended
he does.
past fucking OP, and uh, it's not
Yeah,
explained why. He's just strong. His dad doesn't even think he's real, I think, right? Doesn't his dad say something like, I think he's changed or something, or I'm so glad you've come around? Because apparently old Gu Changa before whatever the fuck happened and some man cursed and took over his body or whatever the hell, he was like a real
yeah,
piece of shit. Like even
yeah.
more of a
Apparently, his
piece of
like
shit than before.
his
Like,
demonic heart took over his mind and made him do bad things.
yeah, apparently, but he doesn't regret them apparently.
The father still supported him and
The,
loved
the
him, I
dad still
guess.
loves him. Chinese families, am I right? Yeah, real Chinese families, but a fucking dishonest fucking. They would have been like, you're fucked. Get out. Like, I don't. I, you know what? Time travel. Life exists differently in the heavenly realms. Shall we rate this piece of shit?
Sure.
Cool. Let me get to the right text thingy. Okay, art-wise. Oh boy, art-wise, huh? It's not got bad art.
It's so good for some reason.
It
Like its backgrounds are utterly insane.
it's actually good art. The characters look fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like there's so much level of detail put into making these people look insane, and then all their techniques are just him like punching or like one-shotting people, like making their body evaporate essentially.
Oh my God, I'm
Well,
looking at
though
his cloak and
occasionally
it's so
like
good.
people come to subjugate him and they like summon like the spinning tower that you see in like uh Journey to the West or whatever.
Mm,
I don't remember what he said, but he was like, "I can trap anything in here," and then Guchanga was like, "Really, anything?" And then escaped. But something like that. I don't know. There's like interesting stuff. The characters are really cool. Whether or not the story matters, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I can't I can't discount it on the art. The art's actually good.
yeah.
I hate that. It's the
Um,
art's like
it's really impressive.
yeah, it's not like uh I don't know. Y- you know how you can tell like sometimes when something's like mass produced and really just shit for no reason?
Yeah. It's a
Um
definition.
this one this one isn't that. I don't understand. Did they just like
All the
even the
backgrounds, all the
background
clothing, they're
characters
all
have
super highly
faces
realms. Yeah, they're insanely.
and
They
shading
put
like
in a lot of effort.
why? Why do they
It's
have that?
why does this one get all the resources? Does it deserve it? uh,
Apparently it
oh,
does.
my,
I don't know.
oh my
Because
god, chapter
goddamn,
60.
chapter 60.
It actually uses the his worlds, the his world seed world.
Oh, does it? I didn't actually read
Yeah.
it.
Uh, but yeah, it's I'm looking at the art for everything. It's really impressive. It's insanely good. I'll give it a 10. I'm freaking so
Another high
insanely
score on
impressed.
the horizon here as we walk into story. I'm gonna give the story a 10 out of 10. I really like this one. Yeah, man, let's make that a bit more believable. I'm gonna give the story like a. Does it have a story? Uh,
The story is dictated by the stupid skill window, and whatever it tells him to do, he does.
True. That's true. Gets like a 3 for effort, maybe, yeah? It's
Uh,
really, really, it's in shambles. Like, I don't understand how they've managed to make things so,
Confusing, inconsistent.
yeah, inconsistent. Characters' power levels are all over the place. Doesn't really matter. Um, yeah, it just doesn't really. It
And the
feels,
character has nothing.
it, it, uh, it's got the feeling of like, the main. They introduce a lot of characters, essentially, is what I'm trying to
Yeah.
get at. They introduce a fuck ton of characters. They don't matter.
Oh yeah.
Most of them
No,
show
no.
up just to get beat the shit up, which is same as like Immortal Emperor and like all the other you know similar complaints that we had with
Yeah.
other ones. But at least in those, like they they have like a bit more influence on things. These characters show up, they're supposed to be the main characters. They get beat up and are killed. They are never seen from or heard from again. Once he goes up to the heavenly realm, nothing in the mortal realm matters. And since they haven't come back down, we don't know what the fuck's happening down there.
And the main character and the supposed main characters that are designated are all kind of really like trashy
Trashy?
people.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not like good people at all. I don't understand that part
There's
either. Why are they so shit?
yeah.
Why are they so
Why
shit
are
and
they
or
main?
like why are they just so well,
Yeah.
They're the one-dimensional like Chinese manhwa characters that we talk about a few times now.
Yeah.
Like the first one, he he like fought for the girl, and then Go Chang-go was able to like change the girl's mind through karma manipulation and being
Yes.
fucking persuasion checked or something. But
I guess. Yeah.
through that he like loses the girl, and then Go Chang-go also like steals his mentor away from him. And because all that happened, he's like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna ruin your life." I it Wait, no. Doesn't Go Chang-ga make him like more fucked up? Isn't it just his fault? Doesn't he make them worse characters? They might actually not be the most trashiest characters, right? If I recall correctly, like Go Chang-ga
Some
like made him
are
worse.
trash. I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
if they made him worse, but
I
he
feel like
definitely
he,
imprisons the main character.
yeah, he made him feel worse at the very least.
Yeah.
I don't know. What would you give this story?
It's all over the place. He doesn't even really have arcs. He's
Does he have a
got
goal?
like
I don't
a
think he
goal.
does.
He's
His
just
goal
living
is to
his
like
life.
guilt trip and gaslight the people he loves. Or
Yeah,
does he love people? I don't think he loves them either.
maybe
It's all just a fucking ruse to get more karma. I
that initial girl that he like makes fall in love with him, like
Yeah, the one
she's
that he
nowhere to be found
ditches.
now.
He ditches
Yeah, like
after he
where?
goes to the heavenly realm because he actually has a fiance, and why the fuck was he? It's just a game.
Yeah, it's I have no idea, frick.
It's a fun one, yeah. So, what will you give it?
I'm I'm giving it like I'll give it a 3 for effort.
Uh, all right. So characters, we like the characters, right? We're gonna actually end up having like a 6 score out of this or something. Okay, so Guo Chang'e, he's pretty cool. I, Despite everything he's done, he's like pretty cool. Like,
I don't know. He's just a manipulative person who likes karma points. I don't know.
okay,
He's like
yeah,
every other main character
okay.
who's
If we
like, I
talk
want
about his
money.
like actual character, like his personality, he's a piece of shit. But like we liked Luomoji, he's a piece of shit too. Like,
He's because he's sincere. He's like he's not deceptive.
yeah, well, y yes, true. True.
He like his actions are
Yeah,
instantaneous.
you know
He's not
what?
like being all
True.
like, oh yeah, just give me some money, and then like instantly backstabs them. This man.
This man has the best morals and the worst morals. Also known
He's
as he has
strung
no
around so many
morals.
people.
Yeah, actually, after like going back up to the heavenly realm, he like immediately like tries to plot to take over his family. And his dad's like, "Oh, son, you're back. I'm so happy to see you." He's like, "Yes, father, I'm here. I have changed and reformed." Like, but he's not. He's just here to like take over the family. And
And
like all the
yeah,
stuff with his sister, do you think he loves her? No. He wants to like squeeze as much karma farming out of her, and he
yeah,
thinks it'll be easier if she like likes him more. So he like isn't as much of an asshole as he was before, and she's like, "Oh my God, he's changed."
I hate the
It's very
trope
funny.
where like characters' actions are based solely on like some sort of like system. Like I don't
What do
know.
you mean system?
Like he's trying to get these like karma points, or like other people are just in it just because of money. Or like they know the future and they know this person's going to be like a good person, so they're like, yeah, I'll buddy up
Oh,
with you.
yeah.
Like like I, you should like the character because they're a good character, not because
I, Not because you're
they're,
opportunistic.
yeah, they're just kind of trashy people. I don't know.
This is a webcomic about trashy people. Everyone, the fiance's not innocent either. You know, the
Yeah.
fiance's super not innocent. She's just as fucked up. She's like super fucked up. Uh, she wants to like kill him, but like is somehow falling for this BS as well. But she also has her own goals, and she will kill other people and not give a shit. Uh,
Yeah.
aren't they like reputable families? Like, don't they have reputations? How the fuck?
I guess.
All these people are like,
No.
oh my god, it's Gu Changge. Gu Changge. He just fucking annihilated this family. This is what you get if you cross the family. Like they don't like care.
Yeah, in this world, power apparently really
Power
does
trumps
mean
everything.
literally
Power trumps
everything.
anything. So
You can literally do
even
whatever
if
the heck you want.
yeah, even if you're like right, like the people they're encountering now, yeah, they're all like high-powered people from high-influence something other families, but it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Guchanga's gonna kill him anyway, and it's like all of them will jump in like, my lady, you can't fight him. Don't you know who he is? And then we have all the trash characters be like, so what if he's Guchanga? I'll fucking use my like vanishing strike and kill him, and then they get fucking obliterated. He,
Yeah. I
the kid
characters are not amazing.
Guchanga is a character. His fiance, which I forget her name because I don't fucking know. I just really forget her name, and I don't have the brain power to look up all the characters. It's like Guchanga, his fiance, his sister, and that's it, right? That's all the characters, really? The only memorable ones?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there are no really other memorable ones. The Fox Lady is there, but she's not important. Fox Lady shows up every so often to fuck over
To
her
help
her fiance.
Uchanga. Yeah.
That's what her role is. She's like betrothed to this like lion
Tiger
man,
guy.
tiger,
Yeah.
yeah, tiger man. But uh, at some point, she started not actually liking him and working for Gosanga, which is also technically because he like has a curse on her. Wait,
She's also practicing demonic arts, apparently.
wait, is she? I
Oh,
thought he like
no.
cursed her and like forced her to follow as
He
well.
cursed some other girl.
He cursed the white-haired girl. I know that.
Yeah. I
And
think
like
this
mind
girl is
controlled her.
literally just practicing like demonic arts with him.
I
And that's like all we know about her.
wait, I feel like that you know what? It doesn't matter. It, she she's just evil for the sake of something. Yeah,
She's
is
just
Guchanga a cool character?
he
I,
does cool things every now and then, I guess.
he he's like I he's a villain, right? But
Yeah.
does he go beyond being a villain? Fuck it. Characters the inner turmoil. I'll give it a I'll give it a 4. And that I think that's generous. I they're the characters
They're not even funny. That's
they're
the biggest
not.
thing.
Maybe I should give it a 3. Like the reason why I'm agonizing so much if you're trying to understand like I think they're cool designs. But like and I think like the techniques he uses are sort of cool. Demonic
Yeah.
arts are sort of cool, arguably. But like and all the techniques like the fiance uses and the sister uses, they're all pretty cool. So like in terms
Yeah.
of creating the character, creating their backstory, and creating their techniques, the artists and the designers there for this story, the writers made a pretty good cast of characters. The issue is Like if we're rating the characters based on how much you would like them, or you know how much I would care about them, it's
Yeah, how
like
much they contribute to the
negative.
enjoyment of the story. Yeah.
They actively detract from the story by being there. Everyone does.
They're,
Not a single redeemable character in this one.
they're so annoying. I literally every time someone appears on scene, I'm like, oh, okay, another
Yeah,
one.
like you talked about chapter 60. I'm scrolling through chapter 60. I don't give a shit about what they're talking about.
Yeah.
He's like so fucked. And I
There's so
wait, what?
little like context for all these characters too. Like people are just like thrown in with the
Wait, did he
tiniest of
just randomly
context.
warp someone into his god world?
Yeah, he
He
did.
just like Obito from Naruto Mangekyo Sharingan him her into his world. Uh, oh, and
Yeah,
then he just like
he
took
does
a
the
dive into
brainwash.
her memory. But I what? Wait, huh? Wait, I'll conveniently try out the secret mystic art that I learned from the god-devouring demonic arts. The wedding dress cultivation art. That's what it's called? What are you talking about anymore? What is happening anymore? I don't understand. I don't know anymore. I don't know. If it weren't for the fact that we're reviewing it, I think I'll probably drop this one in the future. Like if you're looking for trash, this isn't it, Chief. If you're looking for like below trash, maybe. What would you give this for characters? Go
I
on,
I
do your
care
worst.
so little for literally every single one. And Guchanga actually makes me so annoyed with his actions that it's like a two. Like I don't like despise them, I guess, but like I'm like actively annoyed.
Yeah, hold on. Maybe I'm too generous with here. I'll give it a three. I, it. Uh, okay, hold on. So we got a 9 and a 10. What? How math? That's a 9.5, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so 9.5 plus 3 plus 2.5. That's a
Oh my god.
that's a 5, right?
That's exactly a five,
Wait,
yeah.
how's that still a No!
It's because the art score was really, really high.
It's because the art score was insane. Fuck. No, I
Uh,
don't like that. Oh, it doesn't deserve it. It doesn't deserve it at all. What fuck?
did you see the very first panel in chapter 10?
Chapter
Like the
10?
art of it?
Hold on, I
Or chapter
forgot.
60, 60, sorry.
Chapter 60. Oh, hold on.
Just
Oh, you gotta find it.
the very first panel.
The very first panel, chapter 60. Go on there. Oh my god. I didn't even notice this.
It's
It's insane!
so good.
Why is it good?
it's, it's, the art in this is so detailed.
Even the environment art. What the fuck?
I know, right? That's what
You
I'm
could
saying. It's
not
so
have
good.
possibly like there's nothing that unless they
Who's
3D
funding
modeled
this?
this. But if they did, that's an insane 3D model. That's so good.
So good.
Like yeah, they mirrored the sides, but like do you not see all the fucking like scripture and like the textures? Yeah, this is probably 3D, but
Yeah.
like even for 3D with cell shading, it looks immaculate. What the hell?
It's
Who is
like,
funding this? Is
who's
this like
paying
based
for
off of
this
a game or
garbage?
something? Like, is there a game called I Am the Fated Villain somewhere? Like, it, how, why, how, how,
I know,
why,
right?
how?
I can't believe it got a 0.5, but
Hold on, I'm
its art
looking it
score
up.
cannot be changed. It's like too good.
Yeah, it's it's interesting. Oh
Oh my
Lord,
god.
I see someone gave it a review. They gave it a 5 out of 5. It says I'm the fated villain on novel updates. But it says I'm the fated villain tells the story. It was the first thing that showed up when I searched up I'm the fated villain on Google. It says I'm the fated villain tells the story of how Chinese Sephiroth uses the power of Stockholm syndrome to cuck over obnoxious cultivation protagonists. That's right. That's
It's kind of
fair.
true.
One of the novel's
That
features
really.
is the scheming as it quickly evolves past simple cat and mouse. In order to become the invincible ruler of the world, the protagonist, Gu Changge, plays the imposter in a big game of Among Us against the cultivation world.
Uh,
Ah.
that really is what it is, huh?
Oh yeah, this guy gets a
Uh,
strong feeling of Schadenfreude when they read the novel. That's true. You do sort of like you like seeing the fuckovers.
if the main characters were at least somewhat redeemable, it would make sense. And then they got punished for their like greedy or misfortunate views or whatever. But they're just all the MCs are just kind of bad people. Like Yelling's not that actually that evil. He's just unfortunate.
Yeah,
But
he's just in the wrong place in the wrong time.
unlucky.
Yeah. Anyhow, what are we gonna read that's not that? It's your turn.
Oh. Um,
What funny thing will you give to us?
let's see. Um,
Also, mind you, it doesn't have to be from Asura. I know we've been pulling from Asura, but like we could just go from anything else.
we could do
We
a
could do
mission
webtoons or
reader.
something. Omniscient Reader?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for you to butcher that one. I feel like
I
I
read
I
it to
like
like
it too
chapter
much,
100, like
but
50.
then you like don't really enjoy it as much. So, are we doing it off the webtoons version then?
Yeah, let's do it.
Probably should just to be consistent with what we're doing and not go
Yeah.
reviewing the 1000 or like 600 chapter novel. It's so good though. It's so good. Anyone who's listening to this at the end of this for some reason, please understand it's really fucking good. Like I love it so much. It made me so happy and I cried a lot. It was good. Anything that makes me feel emotion is like good, you know? So
Yeah, that's fair.
you've got to have something that makes you feel alive. If there's nothing that this one did not make me feel alive. This one made me want to die. So like
Iron Fated Villain was
I read
such.
it out of obligation after a while. I was like, you know what? I just want to read something. I don't really care. And then it just got more and more BS. I don't think I'm gonna continue reading it after this point. I think I've stopped caring. Uh, if we ever review like just straight web novels or like try to like read through part of a web novel at least, Super Gene. So there's a web novel, light novel maybe, Chinese web novel called Super Gene. I know this isn't that relevant anymore, so this is stretching on the 53 mark on the podcast. This is getting longer again.
Ooh.
But listen, if you want to read a few thousand chapters, I don't remember how much they're at. I think last I left off it was around like 1,300 or something. But if you want to read like something where it's like infinite Goku, I really want to coin this phrase somewhere. The infinite Goku, like writing technique. I don't know. Like, alright, so Goku in Dragon Ball, he's human, whatever, or he starts out learning the under Master Roshi. Kamehameha is his most powerful technique. Every like subsequent arc, he gets stronger, and he goes through a training arc to become stronger, right? But he caps out at a point. Well, right now he's capped out at a point, rather. Who knows if he'll get strong in the future? Uh, like at the moment, Ultra Instinct or whatever is like pretty peak, at least from what I have read. I don't remember. I'm not actually caught up on Dragon Ball Super, the manga. Um, but Super Gene takes that to a different level. Super Gene Hansen is the main character. I've read so many chapters of this. I through one of my accounts, I've like commented on Discus through so many chapters. Like all the people who read with me like should know who I am at this point. I've literally like shit on this thing so many times because it's BS. Uh, Hansen is the main character of this one. It's not. This is not a review, a small like endorsement for this. This is called if you want to read something where the main character infinitely gets stronger with almost no repercussions. This is the one for you. This main character gets stronger every time anything bad happens. He starts out as human. He gets the power to like equip good armor or whatever the fuck his main power was back then. It doesn't matter. He then lucks into the ability to get stronger. Soon he's like the strongest human on Earth. They get attacked by aliens. He becomes stronger than the aliens. He then gets sent into like a future world, I think. And eventually, like he starts getting sent into the heavenly realms or whatever. I don't know. It's been a while since I've read it. Basically, if you want like infinite power spike, that's this one. But I don't recommend it, and this is also not anything for the future. Let me change the title here. We are now going to read Omniscient Reader. Omniscient Reader is called a good thing. It is what I would consider a very good thing. It is something I heavily, heavily enjoy. I can't wait for Chris to shit on it next episode. And you're probably not gonna shit on it. You're probably just gonna like give it lower scores than I will, and I'm just gonna be sad. That's really, I'm just biased. And yeah,
I mean,
we'll
I
see you
did read
next
it for a
time.
really long time.
True. You would, yeah. I'm gonna end the recording now. Goodbye.